Good morning, everybody. Let me quickly go through this lecture here. Take about 5 minutes, and then you'll have a article to read too that'll go into greater detail. But first, let's just kind of look at the positives and negatives of credit cards. So, first off, a credit card, these little pieces of plastic here, they're beautiful and they can buy us everything we could ever want or imagine. Uh, what a credit card is it opens a line of credit for the card holder. So I am holding the card. I am the card holder, the person that has the card. So when I open this up, what I'm actually doing is I'm making an agreement with Discover or whoever the company is. And that agreement is on what's called a line of credit. So a line of credit, it's an agreement between myself and Discover that I can borrow up to a certain amount of money anytime I choose. So the line of credit that's on my card here is $7,000. So that means Discover Card says, hey, you can spend as much as you want to up to $7,000 on that card and we'll bill you for it later. So that's what this says here. It allows the cardholder the ability to borrow money up to a set amount. Now, I don't have to borrow all $7,000. I can use it to buy a $2 cup of coffee and then pay that off at the end of the month. The card, so they'll send me a bill at the end of each month telling me how much I owe them. Now, I don't have to pay it all off at that month. I can actually wait for as long as I want to pay off that money, as long as I don't borrow more than $7,000 on my line of credit. So we'll look at some of the positives and negatives of these things. First off, when it comes to us, the card holders, some of the positives is it allows me to buy things when I don't have the cash in my pocket. So if I go shopping somewhere, I don't have the cash, I can put it on the Discover card, which is nice too, because if I travel, I don't have to walk around with all the cash in my pocket that I need in order to make the purchases I'm going to. So I can just carry the one card and put it on there, and then they'll bill me at the end of the month, and I can pay them out of my checking account then. Often cards give rewards and customers to the customers for using the card. So I'm sure you guys have heard that credit cards can give cash back or they can give miles on air travel, so you can end up getting free plane tickets. They basically try to come up with any reward they can think of that people would want, so to cause us to use it more. Now, think in the back of your mind, why would a credit card company want people to use their cards all the time? Well, obviously they're going to make money if on the interest if I start using it a lot. It also allows me to pay the bill once or over time. So it's kind of nice to be able to finance things to say, well, I can buy this now and I don't have to pay for it right now. I can pay for it over the next 3 months. Now, we know that when you borrow money from anybody, it costs us money. So if I'm going to do that, I have to understand I'm going to be paying more for that product. But sometimes it does help to be able to spread out a payment over time with a credit card. Another good thing that I actually like about it most, and the reason why I have it, is because it has enhanced security features. So nowadays we're doing so much shopping online. My stuff is always going over the internet, and so I want to make sure that that stuff is secure. So I can make my purchases over the internet through a credit card, and it's got a few more security features than, say, my debit card that's connected to my checking account does. And always there's negatives as well. Credit cards have high interest rates. When we talked about borrowing money for a car or a home, we're talking in the 2, 3, 4, 5% range. Credit cards have interest rates that run anywhere from, say, 11% to 30 in the mid 30%. That's expensive way to borrow money. So if you think of a 30% interest rate, for every dollar I borrow, I got to pay back 30 cents. That's a really high interest rate. It can cause individuals to spend money they do not have, right? Oh, man, my checking account's all spent, so I guess I can put it on my credit card, so we can overspend in that way. Also, the way they cause us to overspend is they can entice us to buy things that we wouldn't really buy just to think about getting the rewards. So if I'm thinking about that plane ticket that I'm going to need in the future for a vacation, I may go buy things I don't need just to get some more rewards on my card, so it can cause us to overspend in that way as well. So let's talk about the credit card companies for just a moment. Credit card companies give out tons of rewards. Now, why would they do that? That's because they want as many people as possible to have a card in their hand. So while just like you guys know, some of you are watching this video right now, and that's great because you're following the directions, you're being responsible and doing what you're supposed to. But also you have to understand some of your fellow classmates, they're not watching the video. They're just clicking turned in, and then they're going to end up getting a zero. So for every responsible person out there, we have people that aren't responsible. And credit card companies know this. So they know that there's a certain percentage of people that will always carry a balance, that won't pay their bills on time, and they'll be able to make a lot of money off those people. So understand it is a business. They're letting us, have that line of credit, but it's not free. They're going to end up making money off of this usually in the long run. Quick word about APR. APR is the annual percentage rate. That is the percentage of interest that they're charging on the credit card. The thing that's interesting about credit card interest, though, is that while it's an annual percentage rate of, let's say, 24% is the percentage rate, it's not calculated like that. Actually, what they do is they take the percentage rate, they take the APR, and they divide it by 365 because that's how many days are in a year. So they divide that percentage rate up over the entire year each day. And if I carry a balance on my credit card, they actually charge interest every single day. That can add up very, very quickly. That can get you in a lot of debt really, really fast, and then you're in a really bad situation of having to pay all that back. So understand that credit card does have an annual finance rate, but they actually calculate interest every single day that you carry a balance. And then the next day they'll calculate it again. And the next day they'll calculate it again. So it can get real expensive. All right, so that's the high points. That should give you a bit of an understanding on how credit cards work. Today you're going to be reading an article. And yes, it's a little bit lengthy, but you'll be okay. It'll take about 10, 15 minutes for you to read through. As you're reading that, there's also a document that says where you're supposed to list some questions or thoughts. These don't have to be anything major. I just want you to prove that you're actively reading, that you're thinking about what you're reading as you read. So if you have something you don't understand, type in a specific question. I don't understand how APR works. Or type in comments or thoughts you have. Wow, credit card sounds pretty nice. Or man, a credit card sounds dangerous. Doesn't have to be anything major. Just make sure that it is specific. Comments like, I don't know, or this is stupid, or this is boring, those comments don't count. I just need you to jot down some comments on your little chart there of thoughts and questions you have as you read. When you get that done, you can click turn in, and you don't have to think about this class again until next week. So I will talk to you later. Bye.